I've been told on multiple occasions that Xorg is a completed project and doesn't need any changes. That's why it's not that big of a deal that most of the Xorg developers left and now work on Wayland instead. There's nothing to fix. This always gives me just a little bit of a chuckle. From my layman's perspective of not being a graphics developer, listening to people who've actually been involved writing Xorg code, it sounds like the project is a cobbled together nightmare over decades upon decades that nobody actually wants to touch for fear of breaking something and introducing a massive regression that ripples out to the rest of the system. There is this fun quote from 2013 from the Chaos Communication Congress. It's worse than it looks, but the funnier one, GLX is a horrible demotivator. 80,000 lines of sheer terror. And in the past couple of months, I've found 120 bugs there, and I'm not close to done. And that's just one extension to X11. There is a whole lot more code than just that. And it's not that uncommon for 20-plus-year-old bugs to be discovered. This is from 2013 again. Xorg Security Advisory for X11 going back to 1993. Now, that actually predates Xorg, because Xorg came from X386, which came from X386. The project has existed before Linux. But we're not here to talk about 20-year-old bugs discovered 10 years ago. No, we're here to talk about 35-year-old bugs discovered this year. Feel free to read the Phronix write-up if you would like to. We're going to go directly to the source. Xorg Security Advisory issues in libx11 prior to 1.8.7 and libxpm prior to 3.5.17. Now, these aren't problems that were just made public with no fix available whatsoever. The fix is already done. Whilst we could start at the start, I think it makes a lot more sense to start at the newest and then work our way backwards. None of the issues are directly linked with each other, so it doesn't really matter which order we address them. So, the first issue is issue number 4, introduced in unknown, but prior to XPM 3.4K, released 1998, CVE 2023 43788. libxpm out-of-bounds read in xpm create xpm image from buffer, which is a really lengthy function name, but it tells you exactly what it does. And for what it's worth, here is Red Hat's CVE page. It is marked as moderate. Now, as we've covered in previous videos, these CVE ratings are a bit sometimes. In this case, though, moderate does seem to be reasonable. When the test case for CVE 2022 46285 fixed in libxpm 3.5.15 was run with the address sanitizer enabled, it found an out-of-bounds read in parse comment when reading for a memory buffer instead of a file, as it continued to look for the closing comment marker past the end of the buffer. So if the closing comment marker wasn't there, it was like, okay, just keep reading memory, which shouldn't happen. You should stop reading the memory at the point where the memory is supposed to stop being read. This issue being mentioned isn't one of the issues fixed in this patch set. This is an older issue. This was rated as high at the time and allowed you to make an infinite loop that caused a denial of service attack on your Xorg server, which is great. And it's the test for that that also had an out-of-bounds memory read as well. Moving on to issue 5, once again introduced in unknown prior to XPM 3.4K, released in 1998. CVE 2023 43789, that being this one here. Once again, also marked as moderate, but they haven't actually finished their investigation. Why they can't just copy the description over? I don't know. Ask Red Hat. Fuzzing with Clang's fsanitize/libfuzzer generated an XPM file with a corrupted color map section, which caused libxpm to read out of bounds. You're gonna notice a recurring trend here. So that is the end of the bugs that have existed while I was born. Let's go to an older bug, this being bug number 1. Introduced in X11 R6.1, released March 1996. CVE 2023 43785. libx11 out of bounds memory access in XKB read keysims. And this is the Red Hat page. Once again, moderate. This one I'm quite a fan of. When libx11 is processing a reply from the X server to the XKB get map request, if it detected the number of symbols in the new map was less than the size of the buffer it had allocated, it always added room for the 128 more symbols, instead of the actual size needed. While the XKB read buffer copy keysims helper function returned an error if asked to copy more keysims into the buffer than there was space allocated for, that desperately needed a comma in there somewhere. The caller never checked for an error and assumed the full set of keysims was copied into the buffer and could then try to read out of bounds when accessing the buffer. So there was an error in place to make sure this never happened. And whoever wrote this part of the code base never implemented error checking. I love it. I love it because this is the exact kind of bug that I've done countless times before. Yeah, I know I need the error, so I implement the error. And that's as far as I get. I forget to do something with it, and then the system crashes. In this case, we get an out-of-bounds memory read. Let's go even further back. Issue number 2, introduced in X11R2, released February of 1988. CVE 2023 43786. libx11 stack exhaustion from infinite recursion input sub-image. Finally, something that's not an out-of-bounds memory access. Also moderate. When splitting a single line of pixels into chunks to fit in a single request to send to the X server, the code did not take into account the number of bits per pixel, so it just looped forever, finding it needed to send more pixels than fit in the given request size, and not breaking them down into small enough chunks to fit. So if there were too many bits, it wouldn't be like, okay, I'm at the end of a request, start a new request. No, it just kept looping until it exhausted the stack, because it didn't know what to do if there were too many bits there. Further hardening was done to include error codes and read those error codes, which is a crazy concept, judging by what we saw earlier. Now, our final issue is issue number 3. Once again, introduced in X11R2 from February of 1988. CVE 2023 libx11 integer overflow in xCreateImage, leading to a heap overflow. And would you be surprised if I told you? Moderate. When creating an image, there was no validation that the multiplication of the caller provided width and the visual's bits per pixel did not overflow, thus result in the allocation of a buffer too small to hold the data that would be copied into it. So the integer would overflow, causing a loop of the integer. This would then assign a buffer that was too small for the data that was being copied into it, and then the data copied into it would also overflow the buffer. I love this issue. All of these issues are great, to be honest. Once again, further hardening done to actually include and use error codes. It is very easy to say that none of these bugs should have ever existed, or existed as long as they did. But here's a fun little tidbit about why I'm not surprised that ancient overflows like this do exist. Whilst the concept of a buffer overflow was known about all the way back in 1972, the first malicious overflow wasn't documented until 1988. So the whole idea of overflows weren't really a fully established concept yet. Yeah, it was known about, but we certainly didn't have the protections and the knowledge about designing software systems that we do today. Nowadays, we have a much deeper understanding about how software should be designed, how these problems can occur, what sort of mitigations need to be put in place to make sure things like this don't actually happen. So I can understand, and considering the code base, I get it. What I will say is there is no excuse for implementing error codes and not using the error codes. That's just making a mistake. But it could happen to any system out there. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you think we're going to find other 30-plus-year-old bugs in the whole Xorg project? I would love to know. So if you liked the video, go like the video. And if you really like the video and you want to become one of these amazing people over here, press the wrong button. Check out the Patreon, subscribe to the Libero page, linked in the description down below. That's going to be it for me, and one day, X will be gone. Like this.